Hi, my name is Professor Hussein Sharif. I'm director of the Al-Mahad Al-Mutaqaddim Specialized Computer Training Center based in Khartoum, Sudan. In 2012, we were involved with, I myself was involved with as principal advisor for the Sudan Ministry of Science and Technology at that time to develop the Sudan national grid supercomputer, which we did with the help of Chinese Academy of Science, and we got grant from the Chinese government, and the Sudan supercomputer was installed in 2012. After that, we realized that the technology is changing very fast, and we set up the center Al-Mahad Al-Mutaqaddim so that we are in the forefront of the technology and we can give services in that area. So the current status of the technology is that supercomputer is integrated with data center, with clouds, and with data science. And in 2017, the Chinese cloud was formed, CST Cloud. In 2018, the European Open Science Cloud was formed. And for us to catch up in this technology, the center joined a committee on data, co-data of the International Science Council, because co-data is the driving force for this cloud integration under FAIR principles. So after we joining co-data, we proposed the idea that actually the cloud system should be more globally integrated. At the same time, we are on the advising board of the African Open Science Platform, and this is under the South African Department of Science and Technology, and we are advising them that they should also go for tight integration. The current status of the African Open Science Cloud is that the main supercomputer is in Cape Town with a speed of 1.1 petaflops, and the other data centers are also in South Africa, and these are connected by high-speed internet to the regional countries like Namibia, like Botswana, Ghana, and so on. And the applications that they use are for square kilometer antennas, for ocean studies, population studies, statistical studies. And so the other network, the areas, the countries within the network, in this network, are actually just data suppliers, because the processing is only taking place in South Africa. At the same time, this network is connected to the European network under EGI agreement, Memorandum of Understanding, and this also is loose cooperation, because the South African side is actually just supplying data, and most of the processing is taken in Europe. So under this agreement, really there's little that Africa benefits, in the sense that the tools, the software tools, the data, and so on, are not really available for African countries. So our center, in last September co-data meeting in Beijing, we proposed global open science cloud, which integrates the Chinese cloud, the European clouds, and the African cloud. And at the same time, we're also proposing that we should have privately financed African Open Science Cloud that should be tightly integrated with Europe and China. The tight integration means that from Africa you can access the tools, the software tools, and the data centers and so on of Europe. The same you can do with China, and vice versa. From China you can access the tools and data centers of Europe, and from Europe you do the same for China. So this is a tight integration. That means you have to develop infrastructure that will make it possible so that one can be in any of the three locations and actually use all the tools and all the data resources available. This is the trend, and we submitted a project for Europe under EOSC-Hub Early Development Program, and a team was created with EGI and CNIC and our center as members, and we're trying to have 3 test pilot projects in disaster risk in precision medicine and smart cities. And this is to develop to show or demonstrate that Global Open Science Cloud works, and to develop the frameworks and guidelines for further integration under EU or under UNESCO supervision. So this is our idea, and we're hoping that these test pilots will prove this and will contribute to the creation of Global Open Science Cloud. And for Africa, this will be a big opening, because from Africa we can now, under this idea, access tools and data from anywhere in China or in Europe. And this is the idea of the project. Thank you very much.